Hey, how's it going, everybody? It is Keith once again with Craps TX. How is it going? Hopefully well. If you don't mind, before we get started, hit that thumbs up for us. Subscribe if you have not yet, and hit that bell for notifications. That way, you'll be notified when the next video comes out. First of all, just want to say a big thank you. We did get over 500 subs over the weekend. This last weekend, we're kind of in the middle of November 2025. We're approaching Thanksgiving. Anyway, and I just want to say thank you guys so much. Really appreciate that. It's just a little bit of a milestone. We had no idea where we were going to go with this once we started the channel, and here we are 10 months later or 9 months later, and we're over 500 subs. So not the fastest growing channel, but we're at 500 subs. So thank you very much, and let's get to this video. And keep on hitting that subscribe. We appreciate it. All right, so this one is a little different, but it's also kind of based on just playing the inside. But you'll see as we go. Okay, so if you're a baseball fan, or an older baseball fan, I guess you could say, in the old National League and American League, which there's still National League and American League, but they both have the designated hitter rule nowadays, so the pitchers don't have to hit. Well, the National League, before they switched to the designated hitter rule, the pitchers had to hit, and a lot of times they would play what you would call small ball, which that is the name of this strategy, by the way. It is small ball. So basically what the concept is to get a runner on base, get them over, and then get them in. So that's what this strategy aims to do. First of all, we've got $600. We're at a $15 table. We'll get this out of the way, and that way I can kind of show you how it goes before we roll it out. There's 400, 5, 50, 75, and 6. So I'll get that racked up. So as I was saying, it's you get them on. We're gonna put our initial bet out there, and then hopefully we'll get a hit on one of those, and that's getting them over. And then another hit or two, and we'll collect off of that, and that's get them in. So we're getting them on, getting them over, get them in. So we're going to set a point. We're not going to be the shooter, or wait for a point to be set, I guess you could say. Once a point is set, we're going to put out $60 and tell the dealer to place your 6 and 8. Let's just say the 9 hit, okay? So on the next hit, or whenever we do hit one of these here, that is going to pay $35. We'll just take it in red because we're going to tell the dealer to take that 35 and place my 5 and 9 for 15 each. So do that, and then you'll get 5 and change. All right, so now you're 30, 30, 15, 15. So now we're looking for at least one hit on the 6 or 8, or 2 hits if it involves the 5 and 9, or 5 or 9. So either a 5 and a 6, a 5 and a 9, a 5 and a 5, a 9 and a 9, a 9 and an 8. Hopefully you get the point. So anyway, let's say the 5 hits. That pays 21. Or actually, let's just say a 6 or 8 hit, because that's the easier way to do it at the beginning. So that'll pay 35. 30 pays 35. At that point, you'll tell the dealer to take down my 5 and 9. That's another 30. Plus 35 is 65. You'll just put that over in your rack, and you now have $70 over there. So you've gotten your original 60 back, and you can do whatever you want from here on out. If it were the 5 or 9, let's put those back out there. Say the 5 hits, that's going to pay 21. At that point, you're just going to say same bet. So you're going to collect that. So now you have 26 over here. So now you still need another hit to get over that 60. So let's say if the 5 or 9 hits again, that's another 21. You'll say same bet, or you're going to collect that, and then you also want to take down your 5 and 9. All right, so that's 30 plus the whatever you had over here. There's 25, 30. So that's 60, 75, $77. So that puts us over our 60 that we're trying to get back to cover this. And again, you can do whatever you want from there. So I know that's kind of a convoluted way to explain it. So let's just roll it out, and we'll see how it goes in action. A lot easier to do, at least for me, that way. So let's get us a set of dice. We'll just roll those out there. Nothing there. We'll just take that. How about that? All right, we're looking for a point. We're coming out. Dice are out. And we have a hard 10. 10 will be our point. Small ball is the name of the strategy. We're going to throw out $60. We're going to get them on. Got to get them on, get them over, get them in. So, dealer, please place my 6 and 8 for 30 each. All right, now we need a hit on one of those. There is a 6, 4, 10. There's a hit on the point. So that is point hit. Bets are off. You can work to come out if you'd like, but I choose not to. Most of these strategies, unless it calls for it, I'm just going to be off whenever the puck is off. Dice out. There's a 5, 3, 8. All right, that would have helped us if we were working, but we weren't. 8 is our new point. Dice out. And a 5, 2, 7 out. All right, so that is our first shooter, and we are $60 down. Yes, that hurts, but, you know, part of the strategy and kind of the reason we have 600 in our bankroll. We got enough for 10 shooters if we were to get to that. Don't think we'll get to 10 shooters in the video, but you never know. Well, hopefully we won't. All right, we'll take that one there, and we are coming out looking for a new point once again. There is a hard 6, the 33. That is our new point, and we're going to throw out our $60. Don't know why my voice goes up like that. And there we go. All right, $60. So we've got them on. Now we're looking to get them over. And there we go. There's a hard 8. There's some hard ways we should be playing that. 30 is going to pay 35. We're going to take that in red. We'll collect 5 and we'll tell the dealer, please place my 5 and 9 for 15 each. We got them on. We got them over. Now it's time to get them in. 1 hit on the 6 or 8 or 2 hits if it includes the 5 or 9. There's a 3, 1, 4. Does not help us at this point. And a 6, 4, 10. So we're going to find the holes on either side. We got the 4 and the 10, and we're not on those. There we go. There's a 3, 2, 5. So we got them on. We got them over. We got them our first hit here. 15 is going to pay 21. Same bet. So we're going to collect that, put it in our rack. I'm going to go ahead and color up as I go. And we have $26 in our rack. We still need one more hit. And there we go. There's our one more hit. So we got them on. We got them over. Now we're getting them in. 30 is going to pay 35. And let's see. The good thing about that is we don't have to take any of this down. We'll just say same bet and collect that, put it in our rack, and now we have $60. That was 2 green and 2 red that we have over there now. So we have $61 in our rack, and we've covered our initial 60. So from here, you can do whatever you want. You can spread these out. You can go ahead and consolidate, condense down to 66 inside or whatever. I'm just going to leave it as is, and we'll just kind of play the dice as they go, and then, consider regressing, which is what I'm going to do right here. 8, hard 8, and again, another hard way. 30 is going to pay 35. I'm going to throw in $1, make it 36. Tell the dealer to take my 6 and 8 down. So that'll go back over to our rack. And we'll actually be able to color up on that. And with that dollar and the $35 win, that makes $36. Dealer, please place my 6 and 8 for 18 each. That is $36. So now we are down to 66 inside, and we are fully covered. Playing with our profit, playing with house money, playing with magical money, whatever you want to say. And we have 120 in our rack. So there we go. We've doubled what we initially put out. Obviously, a part of that was regression, so I understand that. Before you go yelling at me. So yeah, let's keep on going here. Let's get some hits. Let's get some extra runs, extra innings. 5, 3, 8. 18 is going to pay 21. Again, we could do anything we want at this point. We can go back up if we wanted. Do we want to do that? We just came down. So let's say no. I'm going to go ahead and just say same bet. Let's go ahead and collect. Get a couple of hits. Get these runs in. And make a little money. All right. Next roll. 2 by 4, 6. Sorry, just had a brain fart there. 6 is our point. 18 is going to pay 21. Now we'll go ahead and press up. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and press up my 6 only. I'm going to throw in $3. I don't have 3, so I'll throw in 5. I'll get 2 and change. So 21 and 3 is 24. 24 and 18 is 42. So dealer, please take my 6 to 42. And there we go. There is 42. All right, puck is off, bets are off. We're looking for a point coming out. There is ace deuce with some jumpy dice. 3 craps. Dice out. 6, 2, 8. Easy 8. 8 will be our new point. And we are coming out. Our dice are out, rather. 6, 5, yo 11. Doesn't help, doesn't hurt. At any point, you can spread out and grab the 6 or the 4 or 10, rather. I was going to say there's a 6, 4, 10. But, you know, we're not on it, so we didn't get anything. There's another 6, 5, yo. So we go 11, 10, 11. There's a 2x4, 6. All right, so another hit, and that's a good one. We just pressed that one up. That is 42 is going to pay 49 or 50 for 1. I'm just going to say sing bet. I'm going to collect that. That's some more money over there. Dice out. There's a hard 8. Again with the hard ways. Point hit. 18 is going to pay 21. I'm going to throw in $3. Get 2 and change. Excuse me. And press that 8 up to 42. So we're at 15, 42, 42, and 15. So I'm just kind of pressing the numbers that I hit. You don't necessarily have to do that. Again, you can do anything you want after you get that 60 back. There is a 6, 2, 8, easy 8. We're right back on that for the point. Bets were off during that roll. They're back on now. 3, 1, 4. Nothing there. And I just keep these to the side. If you haven't watched one of my videos before, I like to keep the money per shooter to the side just so I can see. Yes, I could put another rack out there, but anyway, it's not going to matter at this point. We get to put it up. There is a 5, 2, 7. All right, so we're through with that shooter. Shooter number 2 did us fairly well. Got us some runs in. Got them on, got them over, got them in. And then some. All right, so what did we get? $175, $180, $184? Not bad. Obviously, some of that was regression, but there you go. I think we're in the positive. Maybe, hopefully. Let's get us another set of dice, get another shooter going. There's a 6, 2, 8. We'll take that. We're coming out. We're looking for a point. We got to get them on. There's a 4, 3, 7. That is a frontline winner. No help, no harm. There's a 5, 1, 6. Easy 6. That is our new point, and we throw out our $60. Dealer, please place my 6 and 8 for 30 each. Done and done. There we go. All right, we got them on. Now we got to get them over. Dice are coming out. There's a 4, 1, 5. We don't need that just yet. Dice out. 5, 4, 9. Looking for that 6 or 8. Another 5, 4, 9. So we're getting the numbers that we need in a little bit, but right now we need the 6 or the 4. Come on, Keith, speak. 2x4, 6. So we got them on. We're going to get them over now. 30 pays 35. We'll take that in green. 5 will go to us, and then we'll tell the dealer to put 15 on the 5 and 9. There's 15 and 15, just so you see I'm not cheating myself. And we got them on, we got them over. Now we got to get them in. Need 2 hits. 5, 4, 9. There we go. 15 is going to pay 21. We're going to say same bet. So we'll take that. We'll go ahead and color up as we go. There is $26. We need 60, so we need one more hit. Nice out. There we go. 5, 1, 6. Point hit. 30 is going to pay 35, and we'll just say same bet, and we've got our 60. Just so you can see it visually. Green, green, red, red. There you go. $60. That covers our initial buy-in, or our initial bet. All right, puck is off, bets are off, dice are coming out. We got them on, we got them over, and we got them in. So now we're playing with our profits or house money or whatever you want to call it. 4, 1, 5. There is a 5. That is going to be our new point. Dice out. 5, 4, 9. All right, 15 is going to pay 21. We can do anything we want at this point. We can regress these down. We can press up the 5 and 9, or we can just collect and say same bet. We'll do that. We'll do that on that first hit. We'll just go ahead and say same bet, and we'll take that 21. I know it's not a big hit, but a hit is a hit. Playing small ball, remember? All right, dice out, and another 5, 4, 9. Okay. 15 is going to pay 21. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take that 6 and 8 down. I'm going to regress. All right, so that pays 21. I'm going to take the 6 and 8 down and say, dealer, place my 6 and 8, or take it down to 18 each. So there's 15, 15, and then I'll get some change here. Put that in a rack. There's $6. And we'll put 3 and 3. So now we have 66 inside, and we've got $127 or so over there. Be time enough for counting when the dealing's done. All right, dice are out. Got them on, got them over, getting them in droves, hopefully. There's a 1-2, ace craps, ace deuce, ace craps, ace deuce, 5, 2, 7. Okay, so good thing we did collect on a couple of those. There is a 7 out, shooter number 3, I believe that was. Again, we did get over our initial bet, so that is good. Where are we at? 16 minutes. Yeah, we still got time. So we'll get a couple more shooters in here maybe, or maybe one long shooter, one really long inning. So yeah, a little over 100, 130, 140, something like that. I don't know. I didn't count it when I put it up. All right, dice. Let's get us a set. Sounds like an idea, a good idea. 5, 3. We'll take that one. All right, we're coming out, looking for a point. There is a 3, 2, 5. 5 will be our point. Time to get them on. There we go. $30 on the 6 and 8, please. Got them on. I'm sure there's different dollar amounts you could do these at. You know, if you want to sit and try to figure out the math to where you can do like a hit or get them on and then get a hit or two and cover that. But this is just just a fun way to look at it, I guess. Get them on. We're looking for a hit on that 6 or 8. We're not going to get it. We're going to get struck out. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. We are out. All right, so that was whatever shooter that was, shooter 3 or 4. All right, that is $60 down. That's not good. We need to be collecting. All right, there's a 5, 3, 8. We'll go for another shooter here. We're coming out looking for a point. Ace deuce, 3 craps. Good if you're playing the don't or the horn. And a hard 10. Puppy paws. There we go. All right, 10 will be our new point, and we're going to get them on. We're going to throw out our $60. Small ball. Playing some small ball. We got them on. Let's get them over. We just hit on that 6 or 8. There's the 8. That's a good hit. 30 is going to pay 35. We're going to take it in red because we're going to take 5 for ourselves until the dealer placed me 15 on the 5 and 9. All right, so we got $5. We got them on, we got them over. Now it's time to get them in. We need one hit on the 6 or 8, or a combination of 2 hits of the 5 and 9 and or 6 and 8. All right, so we got the 8. 6, 2, 8. All right, so here's 30 where it's going to pay 35. And here's where we're going to say, dealer, please take my 5 and 9 down. All right, so that immediately gets you your $60 back. We'll consolidate or color up just so it's a little more visual. There's 50, 65, and the 5 that we had over there already. That's $70. So we got our initial money back. Now we can do whatever we want. We can, let's see, we're at 70. We could throw in $6. And matter of fact, let's go ahead and do that. We'll throw in $6. So there's 10. We'll get 4 and change. And 6 and 60 makes 66. So we'll go ahead and go with 66 inside. Might be a little bit of work for your dealer, but just make sure you're taking care of them and tip them every once in a while. Or maybe play some numbers for them, however you want to do it. Just a suggestion, especially if you're making them do a lot of work. There we go. We are very sloppily stacked there, but we have 66 inside, and we still have our 60 with $64. So we're good. We covered our initial bet. There is a 6, 3, 9. Now we're getting some hits. We got them on, we got them over, we got them in. Now we are looking for some extra hits, extra runs. 15 is going to pay 21. Let's go ahead and collect. We'll just say same bet. Get that little bit of cushion going. We'll color up. There's 5 for a quarter, and there's 5 singles for a nickel. All right, coming out, nice out. 2 craps, aces, spot and a dot. Nice out. And a 6, 1, 7. All right, so good thing we collected. We got a little bit extra than our 60 that we originally bought in with. And we were at 19 minutes. Okay, yeah, we can do another shooter. This could be the last one if we can get a little bit of a longer roll. There was $75, $85. Okay, so not too bad. Kind of covered that shooter. Didn't get us enough to cover that previous shooter. Let's go with that hard 8 there. Puck will go off, or should have been off already. Dice are coming out, looking for a point. There's a 5-2-7 front line winner. Pay the line. And hard 4. More of the hard ways that are coming out. All right, so 4 is our new point, and we're going to throw out our $60. Time to get them on. Playing small ball. All right, hey, bada swing. And we got them on. All right, $60. Now it's time to get a hit and get them over. Dice are out. 6, 3, 9. We don't need that just yet. We need a 6 or an 8, please. And there's an 8. All right, 5, 3, 8, easy 8. 30 is going to pay 35. Dealer, place my 5 and 9 for 15 each. And you'll get a nickel change. We got them on, we got them over. Time to get them in. 1 hit on the 6 or 8, or a combination of 2 hits if a 5 and or 9 is included. There's a 9. 15 is going to pay 21. We're just going to say same bet. And we'll go ahead and color up as we go. There's 5 red for a green, and we're at 26. Got them on, got them over. Time to get them in. We need 1 more hit. 6, 4, 10. Nothing there just yet. Nice out. 5, 4, 9. There we go. There's our second hit. All right, so 15 pays 21. And as you can see, 21 and 26, that's not quite 60, so we're going to have to take either one or both of these down. We'll just go ahead and take the 5 down, all right? Instead of taking both down. So that is now, what? There's 25. Well, let's just be as sloppy as we can be. There we go. There's 25. We'll get a green. All right, and then we'll just collect that. There's 2 green and 2 red and 2 white. So we're at $62. We've got our initial buy in. We could have taken the 5 and 9 down, but I'm just trying to stay close to 60. So we've got all of those down. I'm sorry, got all of our money back from the initial 60. And now we're trying to get some extra runs. Of course, I took the 5 down, and what do we hit? We get the 5. Dice out. And a 6, 1, 7. Oh, man. Okay. Cool deal. All right. 22 minutes. Yeah, let's squeeze one more in. Squeeze play. Another baseball term. So let's go ahead and do one more shooter. This will be our last shooter for sure. All right. 5, 3. Let's take that. All right. We are looking to get them on. Playing some small ball. Dice are out. 6, 1, 7. Frontline winner. A lot of those. Dice out. 6, 3, 9. 9 will be our new point. All right. It's time to get them on. There is $60. We're going to ask the dealer to place our 6 and 8 for 30. Now we're looking for a hit on the 6 or 8 there to get them over. Dice out. There's a 6. 2x4, 6. Laying the lumber. Baseball bat. Wooden bat. 30 pays 35. All right, we're going to take it in red. 5 will go to us. 15 on the 5 and 9, please. And we got them on. We got them over. Time to get them in. Dice out. We need 1 hit on the 6 or 8, which we just got. And I was going to say, or 2 hits if you use a combination of the 5 and 9 and 6 or 8. 30 is going to pay 35. All right. And then we'll say, dealer, please take down my 5 and 9. So there we go. There is another 60. I'm sorry, 60. 30 plus 35 is 65. So 70. So we have 70 now. We've got our initial bet back. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and throw in $6 because we have 60 left there. I don't have 6, so I'll throw in 10, get 4 and change, and just say, dealer, take me up to 66 inside. So we'll do that. Spread us out there. Like I said, we've got our initial bet for this shooter in. Got it back. So now we're going to try to take advantage of a couple more numbers, and nothing. It doesn't matter what I was going to say. 4, 3, 7 out. All right, so we're going to be done. That is it. I said that was going to be last shooter. That's last shooter. So we're, what, 24 minutes in? Yeah, we'll make it last shooter. All right, so we'll wrap up here. That was small ball. Let me know what you think down in the comments. We got them in, or got them on, got them over, got them in. Let's go ahead and consolidate down here, color up, see what we got. Looks like we did okay, I believe. All right. That is, yeah, okay, there, we're gonna get these colored up. There is 5 for 5, 5 for 5, and then now 5 red for a green. Do we have enough? Yes, we got 5 more red for another green, and we got enough there too. There's 4 green for a black. And I think we might have enough for a purple. We start out with 600. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go ahead and use our new purple chips that we've got. 500. 6, 7, 1, 2. 702. Not bad. So however many shooters that was, half a dozen, 7, 8, something like that. Started out with 600 and we finished up with $702. $102 profit for small ball. As I asked earlier, let me know what you think down in the comments. Was there something you would have done differently? Hopefully I didn't make a mistake or anything like that. I know I kind of do sometimes because I'm sitting here trying to narrate and shoot and deal and quit making excuses, Keith. So yeah, that's it. I'm just a one-man show here trying to show some strategies and see what we can do. So if you don't want to leave anything down in the comments and you'd rather email me, which some of you have, you can email us right here, crapstx@gmail.com. Yeah, there's also some stuff down in the descriptions below. Amazon affiliate, there's links to another channel that I have. I actually have another one that I'm going to start too, but I took that link down because I'm not quite ready just yet for it. It's going to be a cooking channel, but we'll touch on that later. And yeah, that's about it, man. We're going to wrap this up. That was small ball. I know the baseball season's over. The World Series is over already for 2025. And yeah, but we went ahead and played a little small ball anyway. So that's going to do it for me. This is CrapsTX. My name is Keith. Thank you guys so much for watching. Before you head out, please hit that thumbs up for us. Subscribe if you have not yet. And hit that bell for notifications. That way you'll be notified when the next video comes out. So, again, I keep saying that's going to be it, and that's it. You know what? We had a lot of fun, but it's time to go home, and we'll see you on the next one. I am home already.